another beautiful day in Cambrian Hall. I think I'm reliving one of my most beautiful days after having passed out from the school. So today we recorded and had the privilege of getting Mr. D.B Rana sir on the podcast. Uh, we spoke about his life in Cambrian Hall, life before Cambrian Hall. He spent almost like 30 years in Cambrian Hall. We also spoke about and we call this podcast a sports special, a sports special podcast. Why sports played such a huge important role uh, during the years 70s and 80s and 90s. We also have Ganesh Parmar sir. He was Edwards House prefect in the year 1984-85. We have Kamla Rana ma'am, who represented Uttar Pradesh in basketball team twice and played nationals. She was the school captain for the year 1984-85. And Colonel Deep Rana, who was Edward House captain and a great athlete. He played almost all the games and sports. So we had a wonderful time talking to them, their time, why sports is such an important aspect in anybody's life, the infrastructure at Cambrian Hall around that time. I must also thank Eltropy, our sponsors for this podcast.
World runs on digital conversations. And we enable simple, secure, and fast digital conversations for credit unions and community banks with our AI-powered unified platform, trusted by 600 plus community financial institutions, to communicate seamlessly across multiple channels from a single window. Interested to know more? Visit eltropy.com today.
Thank you very much, Eltropy. Because of you guys, we managed to record this and have professionals who could get this recorded face to face. So thank you very much, Eltropy, for being our sponsors. I hope you enjoy watching this and Cambrianites watching this. Mr. D.B Rana is a legend. He spent 3 decades in Cambrian Hall. And guess what? He is 90 years and still doing really well. His regime is still as disciplined as it used to be in Cambrian Hall. I'm sure you'll enjoy this podcast. We call it the sports special podcast of Being Cambrianite. Do watch, enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the official YouTube channel for Cambrianites, Cambrian Hall Alumni Association. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. So welcome all of you to the sports special Being Cambrianite podcast. I'm very happy that all of you have joined. Especially we could manage D.B Rana sir, who has over 30 years of tenure in Cambrian Hall. Ma'am Kamla Rana, who was the school captain for 1985. Mr. Ganesh Parmar, who was the Edward House prefect for 1986. Colonel Deep Rana, who was Edward House captain for the year 1986. And guys, we have also a coincidence. We're all Edward House. तो सर आप बताइए मेरे को सर हाउ आर यू डूइंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ योर हेल्थ एंड सब यही जानना चाहते हैं हाउ आर यू मैनेजिंग योर हेल्थ एंड टचवुड यू आर इन हेल्थ वाइज आप ठीक लग रहे हैं सर कैसे आपका रूटीन क्या है सर दिन भर का
मेरा रूटीन तो जैसा यहाँ था स्कूल में
अच्छा
तो सेम रूटीन मैं लेता हूँ अभी भी
अच्छा
हाँ इन द मॉर्निंग टाइम डेली आई वेंट टू वॉकिंग
अच्छा कितने बजे सर
Oh, at 3 o'clock I get down from my bedroom.
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Oh wow.
in the morning. Then I take the 2 round, 3 round.
अच्छा
Then after that I do something exercise in the bagicha is there.
okay
Then after that, when the 5 or 6 hours, then I'll go to get out of the gate. Then walk again outside the road. Then back from the Geo क्या office है ना? जी तक जाता हूँ मैं, वहाँ मेन रोड है,
Okay.
तो वहाँ से फिर आई विल बैक टू माई
So 3 o'clock you start your day.
या डेली
Daily?
दैट इज द माई प्रॉब्लम।
Sir,
क्या नाम
out
से
of when do you sleep, sir? आप सोते कब हैं? 3 hours. 3 hours?
3 और 4 और हार्डली
बस
बस
उससे हो जाता है सर sleep?
पूरा।
Very nice है sir.
अभी मेरा सेम रूटीन वही है बेटा, जैसे मेरे यहाँ रूटीन था,
हाँ.
शायद इससे भी ज्यादा मेरा रूटीन वहाँ है। ये मेरा डेली है।
Very nice. और सर आप रात को सोते कितने बजे?
रात को जल्दी सोता हूँ बेटा, 8 बजे आफ्टर डिनर आई विल स्लीप। इन द मॉर्निंग टाइम आई विल गेट अप 2 or 2:30 PM।
सर आप मेरे को ये बताइए कि when did you last came to this campus, Cambrian Hall campus? कौन से साल में आए और अंदाजन?
मैं 73 में।
नहीं अभी विजिट करने ऐसे ही जैसे आज आए हैं वैसे ही कभी आए थे?
नहीं, रिटायरमेंट के बाद 2-3 बार आया मैं यहाँ पर।
अच्छा।
जजेस की
एक तो शायद आप 2014 यू केम 60 ईयर सेलिब्रेशन में, है ना?
हाँ।
अच्छा उसके बाद आए सर 2014 के बाद?
और फिर भी आया मैं 2-3 दफा आया था, फंक्शन में बुलाते थे, फंक्शन में आया।
अच्छा आए आप, ठीक है। और सर आप मेरे को पहली, जैसे आपने बोला 1973, पहली मेमोरी क्या याद है? फर्स्ट मेमोरी कैमरन हॉल की।
पहला मेमोरी इनके जो पहला जो उस टाइम पर दूसरे प्रिंसिपल होते थे वहाँ पर, उससे बिफोर मैनिंग था, मैनिंग मैन दूटे नाम मेरे ख्याल में वो क्या नाम से हाउस अभी भी नाम है दूटे करके। उसके बाद फिर मिस्टर टक ए टक।
अच्छा
अभी दुनिया में नहीं है उनकी मैसेज, उनके साथ में काफ़ी रहा।
ओके।
और उसके बाद फिर क्या नाम से ये आरसी सिंगल
जी,
इनके साथ काफ़ी समय बिताया मैंने।
तो उस समय 1973 में जब आप व्हेन यू जॉइंड, कैसा था? हाउ वाज द कैंपस?
उस टाइम पर इतना नहीं था बेटा, जो अभी बहुत धरती और आसमान की फर्क हो गया। बहुत उस टाइम पर तो नॉर्मल पोजीशन था, अभी मैंने देख लिया पूरे सारे यहाँ पर सब चीज़ ब्राइट है।
अच्छा,
क्लीन बिल्कुल सब चीज़, बहुत फर्क देखा मैंने अभी। क्योंकि मैं इतना तो अभी चल नहीं सकता हूँ, अभी थोड़ा सा दूर हूँ, तो अभी देखने से मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि बिल्कुल एक किस्म से सूर्य जो किरण जो है वो पूरी जो यहाँ पर जगमग दिखा दिया है।
बिकॉज ऑल्सो इट्स न्यूली पेंटेड ना, सो द कलर्स थोड़े एकदम से दिख रहे हैं आपको। यू आर राइट, हमें भी बहुत ब्राइट दिख रहा है।
मैंने देख लिया है, पीछे भी देख लिया, सब देख लिया, बहुत खुश हो गया मैं। मेरा दिल जो है बहुत खुश हो गया।
बट आई मस्ट टेल यू कि मैं आपसे को देखकर बहुत खुश हूँ। एंड ऑफ कोर्स जो लोग सब आपको पॉडकास्ट में देखेंगे, आई मस्ट टेल यू दे विल बी वेरी वेरी हैप्पी टू सी यू, यू नो। सो इट्स आवर ऑनर कि आपने पॉडकास्ट ज्वाइन करा। सर आई बिलीव कि बिफोर आपने कैमरन हॉल ज्वाइन किया था, उससे पहले आप नेशनल लेवल जिमनास्ट रह चुके हैं, राइट? सो एनीथिंग, डू यू रिमेंबर एनीथिंग दैट यू कैन टेल अस लाइफ बिफोर कैमरन हॉल, 73 से पहले?
उससे पहले एक्चुअली जो है, उससे पहले मैं आर्मी में था, तो आर्मी में था तो इन्होंने थोड़ा सा जल्दी बुलाया मुझे।
अच्छा।
मेरा रिटायरमेंट अक्टूबर में होना था।
ओके।
तो इन्होंने जुलाई में क्या नाम से एक मिस्टर क्या नाम है तो महेंद्र सिंह था।
अच्छा।
वो और मैं जो है, हमारे जो रिकॉर्ड वहाँ पर सेंटर में हम एक साथ थे। वो हॉकी इंचार्ज था, मैं फुटबॉल का इंचार्ज था एक्चुअली। तो हमारी जान पहचान पहले से था। वो भी स्पेशल था, मैं भी। वो उसका प्रोग्राम वो चला था, मेरा प्रोग्राम मैं चला रहा था। उसके बाद फिर मैंने क्या किया, जिमनास्टिक कोर्स किया वहाँ पर। जिमनास्टिक कोर्स करने के बाद एथलेटिक कोचिंग कैंप मैंने कोर्स किया, एथलेटिक कोचिंग किया। उसके बाद फिर बस लाइफ स्विमिंग का किया मैंने, और जिमनास्टिक कोर्स किया, बॉक्सिंग को, सारे चीज़ जितना भी था ना वो मैंने छोड़ा नहीं। मुझे बेस्ट स्टूडेंट भी मिला था। तो उतने में फिर क्या नाम से 4 साल सम्मा मुझे छोड़ा नहीं उन्होंने। वहीं पर रखा सेंटर में। एक ब्रिगेडियर था दर्शन सिंह, वो भी हमारे रैंक का ही थे, लेकिन उनका जो बाद में जो कमीशन लिया उन्होंने, मेजर बन गया वो। मेजर बनने के बाद फिर अभी ब्रिगेडियर बन गए वो। यहीं आए वो, एक साथ हो गया। वो IMA में था, मैं रिटायर होकर के यहाँ लगा था। मेरे को उन्होंने बोला, क्या मिस्टर राणा, कैन यू स्टैंड इन योर हैंड ऑन द बेंच। वो अंग्रेजी में मारा मुझे। मैंने बोला आप क्या नाम से, यही बेंच है, यही बेंच है। बेंच के बाद थोड़ा मुझे 1-2 डंडा दे दो, ऐसा बेंच जैसा बना दो, मैं वहाँ खड़ा हूँगा, आप क्या करोगे। मजाक कर रहे थे वो मजाक कर रहा था। वो 2 लड़के थे उसके पास। तो उसके बाद फिर इतने मजाक में क्या हो गया कि आप लड़का को क्यों नहीं लाते हो यहाँ पर पढ़ाने के लिए। आप जब यहाँ इतना करते हो, मेरे को ऑर्डर दे रहे हो, बेंच के ऊपर मेरी बेइज्जती कर रहे ऐसे मजाक यहीं पर खड़े हो गए। तो मैंने बोला खड़ा हो, क्या मुझे डंडा रख दो, वो मैं डंडे के ऊपर खड़े हो जाऊंगा। तो तू गोरखा नहीं है, तू पंजाबी है, मेरे को ऐसा बोला। क्योंकि मैं जो है जगत में पार्ट लेता था। जगत में 10 इवेंट्स होता है उसमें। तो मुझे बोलता था वो कि तुम जो नेपाली नहीं है, तो सरदार है। पता नहीं कैसा आ गया। अब हर चीज़ में था। स्विमिंग में जाओ, वही स्विमिंग में अंडर वाटर मुझे कराता था। लाइफ स्विमिंग मैंने किया। जो बच्चे जो इंसान अगर स्विमिंग में फंस जाता है या कुछ हो जाता है, तो इसको किस तरीक़े से बचाना है, कैसा जाना है, कैसा पकड़ना है, कैसा स्विमिंग करके बाहर निकालना, मुझे पता है सब चीज़। ये चीज़ मैंने किया वहाँ पर। अच्छा चल रहा था। अब था तो स्पेशल, सारे किसी चीज़ में कम तो नहीं था। अच्छा बॉक्सिंग खेलने में उसी तरह एक राजस्थान का था, उसका नाम था राजन करके था। उसका और मेरा होता था कंपटीशन बॉक्सिंग में। तो एक दिन वो आ गए वहाँ पर, बोलता मैं राणा के साथ खेलना चाहता, तुम खेलो, हमारे साथ खेलो, इसमें क्या है। फिर ऐसे मजाक में हम खेलते रहे। आखिरी में डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन, ब्लैक एंड वाइट डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन होता है। इंडिया खड़ा में डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन दिया हमने, वहाँ भी देख लिया। तो लोग ने फिर तालियां वालियाँ बजाना लग गया, सब चीज़ करना लग गया। मैंने बोला ये तो हमारी सब्जेक्ट है। फिर यहाँ बच्चे का यहाँ आया मैं। यहाँ आने के बाद फिर छोटे बच्चे होते क्लास 3rd और 4 को, उनको मैंने सिखाया बॉक्सिंग में। ओके, कैसा एक पोजीशन होता है उसका, कैसा पोजीशन करना है। फोटो ये बच्चे ये छोटे थे, इसका एक पंच लगाया मेरे मुंह में देखता था ये।
We used to get punched, na Sachin. Like we used to watch. We used to give practice to the students. Okay, the people used to punch him. Okay, punching bag used to be different, but he used to be the punching bag. So when I used to see him being punched, and he used to be bleeding through the nose, and I used to go home and cry as a kid. So number of times I have been seeing him being punched. The students used to directly punch on him.
Okay, ma'am, since you're talking about the school days, I believe you were the school captain in 1984-85 for the year. However, we also know that you also had a unique distinction that you were Edwards House appointment for class 11th and 10th and 11th, I believe. 10th and
We were appointed as house captain.
lovely.
Yeah.
So tell me this now. So you had a unique distinction that you were an Edward House appointment as well as a school captain. Although I know that you were an all-rounder. Tell us, because we're talking about the sports, importance of sports in the life during the Cambrian Hall days. How much role did that play in making you an all-rounder?
See, babe, my father, like he's been as a coach, as a mentor, as a sportsman, he's par excellence, I can say, okay? Because of his guidance ability, where I was able to participate in all the events. Where may it be basketball. Basketball was my forte, which is my favorite game. Yesterday only I discussed with you. Because he was the coach, and I took a name of one student whom I really got inspired. That's how I took up my basketball, in spite of not having that much of height, where you generally say basketball players are supposed to be tall. But that was my passionate of participating in this basketball event. And besides that,
there was Madhu Singh.
Madhu Singh.
Madhu Singh का नाम ले लो.
Madhu.
Partner.
Yes.
then beside that, then my first experience as a sports person I came was when I was in standard 3.
Oh, wow.
Okay, standard 3 was my first event where I still remember Janan Shakti Guru, his wife Miss Madhu Gurung was our house captain that time. She was the one who brought us out of the classroom to participate. You know, that was my first experience.
That's class of 1975, I believe.
That would, 75, 76. Yeah. So that was my first experience of coming exactly on the ground. Like initially what we used to have, the junior sports separate, senior sports separate. Okay. Junior sports, we used to have it here in front of this Duta block ground. Where we used to have the lemon race, jalebi race and all. The actual sports used to be outside. Where we used to go near the golf course and all. Correct. That was my first experience where Madhu Gurung picked us up, as a house captain, where she made us participate in the race, in the broad jump, in the triple jump and all that. Basketball happened subsequently. I was a junior most participant in the basketball team where I was selected and where we had to go to join La Martiniere. I must have just been in standard 5 or 6 that time. So I had all seniors above me. Okay. So that was a very excellent experience. Basically, I give credit to my father. Though I said he was strict as a father, as a teacher, but he had always been an excellent coach, you can say. So he's been the most guiding factor and the motivating factor for me to participate in all the events, subsequently. Badminton also another favorite game of mine where Mr. Jordan happened to be our coach. Badminton came very late actually because that we started off with this inter-school fixture with the La Martiniere school and all. That's how we started very late. So initially only girls used to participate only in the basketball. And whereas the boys used to participate in other sports, even girls used to go join only in the basketball there with the La Martiniere school. So that was one experience. Sports even I used to always look forward to. So journey of my school days has been wonderful. I have been throughout a Cambrianite throughout life, I can say. When I came back to, like, my husband being in the army, we roamed around all over India. So finally when I made my base here in Dehradun, first thing I did was to put my daughters here in Cambrian Hall, both my daughters. Okay. So that was because of all these activities. So Cambrian Hall has really shaped me as an individual, what I am today. It is because of this school. They not only focused on your academics, it focused on your extracurricular activities, in fact, overall development. So these are all the beautiful memories I carry forward and I'm sure I'm going to do throughout my lifetime.
Ganesh, when I was introduced to you and I had not met you, I was told that you're almost like an encyclopedia of Cambrian Hall.
Exactly. Yes, I do recall a lot of things.
Okay. So I've been told that you studied in boarding.
Yes.
Yeah. And boarding, that too, when you were class 2.
2.
Yeah.
Second.
So do you remember your first day as a boarder, class 2, walking to the campus of Cambrian Hall? First day.
I exactly remember the first day. But before I say that, I would say I'm so honored to be sitting beside him. It's a great honor, a great mentor, a great teacher, not just a coach, but someone who still inspires you till date.
Yes, indeed.
It's an honor sitting beside him and 2 of my favorites beside him. Yes, I remember my very first day when my father left me in the school. The dormitory was just next to the principal's residence.
Okay.
So initially, I'm not sure, but class 1 and 2 boys were accommodated in the girls' dormitory.
Oh, so you went to the girls' dormitory?
Yes.
Junior boys used to be up and the girls used to be down, right, Ganesh?
Okay.
I had the privilege of actually being put up in the girls' dormitory for 2 years.
Okay.
And I still recall Mrs. Lawless, God bless her. She was my matron.
Okay.
And the moment my father left me and he was walking away, like any child of that age, would be bawling and crying. I did the same. And that lady, she just embraced me, wiped my tears, blew my nose.
Oh, wow.
And then she actually folded that handkerchief and put it inside her pocket.
Oh,
so for a minute, I forgot about my father leaving me there. And I was quite surprised that the lady who actually blew my nose had folded that handkerchief and put it inside a pocket. So that was my very first recall. And after that, it was a great journey. As Kamla said, what I am, what we are, is because of Cambrian Hall. Is because of Cambrian Hall. As and the saying says, we bleed blue, we bleed Cambrian Hall.
Brilliant. Yeah. Colonel Deep, you had a unique distinction that although you were not a boarder, but you still resided in the campus because of Sir. So tell us, how was that experience? Because you had a best of both the worlds, if I could say, although not a boarder, but still a boarder, right? So tell us, how was that unique experience? And also, by any chance, did you get any leniency being his son?
No, not at all. Not at all, right? I remember some of the days when I used to be a monitor in classes. I've got beating from him also.
Okay.
And while lining up in assembly halls, normally monitors are standing along with the classes. I've got beaten from Mr. Mohinder Singh sir also.
Okay.
I've got beaten from my father also.
Oh, wow.
No fault of mine, but by the fault of other students.
Okay.
Being say a son of a residential staff, it has helped me a lot, benefited me a lot. I used to be attending all preps, morning prep, evening prep, games, all meals with the boarders. It was one of a most unique experience. In fact, my routine was set here. When to play, when to study, right from the beginning. And I still remember some very serious seniors who are there. I remember the name very vividly, being in the prep, studying with them, they're guiding us. No, I still remember them. And though I started my games little late, initially we used to, Mr. Tuck's son Peter, he was a very close friend of ours. We used to be playing in the jungles, we used to play all around, other than the games. I remember one day when Mrs. Tuck caught both of us together by the ears and handed over to dad. That must be in class 6 when we had silver jubilee.
Okay.
I said, your dad is such a good gymnast and you are playing some other game. So both the years and handed over to my dad. And thereafter we are under him. We could not miss training. So we did gymnastics. We participated in that silver jubilee gymnastics squad. Participated in individual events also. And thereafter my journey to sports started. I remember Madhu Singh, her classmate and a best friend, right here, this extension. She telling me, Deep, you don't play any games. Why don't you play any game? Your sister plays so many games. You don't play any games. I said, wow. Then I started playing all games. I started my game little late, though I used to box. But games I still.
He is also very excellent basketball player.
I started playing basketball then. And then thereafter I picked up. My father being the coach, being the mentor, we have played in the juniors, we have played in the Cols, we have played in the seniors. And with him also, we used to be, generally the girls used to play Lamartinians, so boys used to not go, so we used to play with the girls team. So as young, small.
Forced us as juniors to play with the senior girls team.
When we played with the boys, one of my classmates, Jennifer Mann, she broke Subodh Goel's toes. She stepped on the toes and it got fractured.
Very strict, and he would say, treat them as boys.
And the way sir used to make us play with the boys, and the boys used to be really, really rough.
So that's why you can wonder what was the standard of the girls team.
We were girls, This is how we used to play with them. And that when the defending team used to go, we used to not think they are boys, or they used to not think we were girls. That's how we used to play. And he really used to, during the Lamartine time, it used to hard taskmaster, how we used to play.
And both sides got punishment if you didn't play up to his expectations.
Because we played with the girls, we learned to play very safe and very clean. Because we didn't actually get close to the girls. We didn't spare the girls, but as far as playing with the other boys' team or the men's team outside, we played a very fair game, a very clean game. Because of that.
Sir, I've been told कि आप एक fishing trips पे जाते थे, लच्छी वाला and राय वाला, and also मेरे को किसी ने बताया कि आप cycling करके जाते थे उधर. So बताइए सर वो फिशिंग वाला इंटरेस्ट कैसे हुआ सर? मतलब आई वाज वेरी सरप्राइज्ड टू हियर कि कैंपस में तो कुछ ऐसा फिशिंग नहीं है बट ऑल द वे देयर एंड साइकिलिंग.
एक्चुअली जो है मैं जो गांव में नेपाल में मैं बचपन से छोटे छोटे जब हुआ तो होता 9-10 साल के वहाँ पर 2 नदी है हमारे पास. वो बरसात के टाइम में बहुत बड़ा होता है नदी. मुझे एक अभी दुनिया में नहीं रहा है, वो मेरे से बड़ा था वो, अब दुनिया में नहीं रहा. वो और मैं रात को नदी के किनारे में जा करके हम लोग घास का जो है ना डंडा बना करके झोपड़ी जैसा बना करके हम वहाँ रहते थे. और फिशिंग का हमारे पास वो ढड़िया बोलते हैं, वो जो मच्छी को फंसाने के लिए वो बना रखा हुआ होता है. एक दफ़ा अंदर जाने के बाद बाहर निकल नहीं आता है. वो फंस गया वो. इस तरीक़ा से मुझे आता है वो बनाना. बुनना पड़ता है, बांस का बनता है वो. तो हम दो जो है थोड़ा सा छत बना करके नदी के किनारे में, नेपाल की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. तो हम लोग वहाँ रहते थे रात भर. और क्या नाम से जो खेत के निचले हिस्सा जो नीचे जब पानी जाता है ना, जो पानी नदी में ज्वाइन करता है, वहाँ पर हम वो ढड़िया बोलते हैं, वो हम लगाते थे उल्टा नदी की तरफ फेस करके. तो हम लोग वो अगर वहाँ पर हम नहीं बैठेगा तो वो चोरी करके ले जाते हैं. 3-4 रखते थे हम उसमें. पानी तो बहुत ज़्यादा है, नदी नज़दीक है. तो हम लोग दोनों जो है ना, उसका नाम है रन बहादुर. मेरा नाम धन बहादुर है, उसका नाम रन बहादुर. अभी है ही नहीं बेचारा दुनिया में. हमारा घर भी नज़दीक है, बिल्कुल साथ में है. तो हम लोग रात भर वहाँ पर बैठते थे नदी में. तो वहाँ से मेरा थोड़ा फिशिंग के लिए मेरा इंटरेस्टिंग वहाँ से शुरू हुआ. यहाँ आने के बाद फिर जब सैटरडे आ जाता है स्कूल में, ये तो छोटे छोटे थे, इनको कभी कभी इनको लेकर के जाता था. मेरा बड़ा लड़का यहाँ मेरे साथ जाता था, इंटरेस्ट था फिशिंग के लिए. एक और था मेरा भाई का लड़का, उनके साथ इनका जोड़ी बनता था. ये दोनों एक तरफ होता था, मैं अकेले होता था रात को. कहाँ? लच्छीवाला नहीं, राय वाला. ये लोग उनके धुन में होता था, मैं अपने धुन में होता. इतना फिशिंग के लिए बड़ा इंटरेस्ट था. ये भी जाता था. एक दिन क्या हो गया, बेचारा सुबह का टाइम में जब फिशिंग करके आए थे, तो ये आगे गया था, तो मेरे ख्याल में डॉग ने कुछ दिया था.
It was an incident where dog was chasing me. I was cycling and I backed into electric pole.
तो इसका वो आँख में कुछ चोट अभी भी है. ठीक है. तो फिर हमने रात को सुबह के टाइम में किसी डॉक्टर को हमने पता करके रास्ते में पता करके फिर स्टिचिंग करा दिया.
Somewhere in Jogiwala. Now you can't make out where it is.
You can't make out now. वहाँ तो अभी तो river पानी भी खत्म.
हाँ.
Every
weekend. Sachin and I used to literally beg him, please don't go. Because he used to bring bucket full of fish. And there used to be crabs, so much crabs. Sometimes, the cleaning process used to be both of us, he and I. And I'll tell you a very funny incident.
Thinking, why would you say no, don't go?
Because the cleaning process used to be lie on this thing, head. Okay, and he used to say, मैं खाली कट करता हूँ, तुम निकालो पूरा अंदर का. And the weekend used to be busy cleaning that and drying off. Then I used to literally beg daddy,
because I used to go along with dad. Obviously, I have to have some kind of relief.
So all the crabs, Sachin, I'll tell you, he doesn't know. I used to put it in drain में पूरा ऐसे. So that was very funny. It used to, and I used to watch one after another. Used to go on the drain में ना, पूरा open drain. So I used to tell my father, please
Ganesh
don't
must
go
have
for
also
fishing.
gone.
Yeah, we used
he's
to,
also gone once.
we actually used to hire a cycle from Gadi for 50 paisa for the entire day.
He used to make beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was,
That's right.
and that also late
2
in the
घंटा
evening.
लगता था. 2 घंटा.
Go late in the evening and come back before first light. Coming back before
night
first
he used
light.
to fish. All night. And he used to make beautiful nets, the fishing nets. He used to make it himself.
That's what he
And
said,
beautiful
because of the
nets.
childhood.
And then he used to make that basket होता ना, जिसमें मच्छी डालते हो आप. That basket also he used to weave with the bamboo, this thing. So those were a piece of net I've still got. Other day I was just sorting out my shelf, I had carried away from, just for memory's sake, small piece which he had made it. So I'm still carrying that faith, and wherever I am, I always carry that piece of net with me.
I think that's childhood.
Yes, childhood.
Kamla, tell me
memories.
this now. As a student, when you were studying in school, of course, sir had a huge influence
Huge
on
influence.
you. But apart from sir, do you remember any teacher or any student whom you thought who had a really huge impact on you as a student, or maybe somebody whom you looked upon? Because I think we all come from the era when we used to look upon to our seniors, you know. So anyone that you remember, and yeah.
See, like I told you, I started my schooling right from the beginning, KG till standard 12. So my first teacher was Mrs. Jordan.
Okay.
Okay, who taught me to write A, B, C, D, you can say. Okay, we have the staff quarters there. We had those KG classes there.
Okay.
Okay, then thereafter, most impactful during my primary level was Mrs. Indu Sahi. Indu Mian. She's no more. May her soul rest in peace. She's no more. She was the one teacher who put a very strong role in me, because that teacher, I used to find her so soft spoken, so compassionate towards the students. She never ever raised her voice. That was in standard 2, I still remember. Never ever raised her voice. Always had a smiling face. You know, so that impactful. I still say, like I recently met her brother. You know. In fact, her brother's wife is my classmate. You know? So recently we met in our place, and I told him also, because I came to know very late that she's no more. So I told him also, you know what, your sister happened to be my favorite teacher who taught me in standard 2, because she got married in front of us also. Okay. And of course, now that was there. So when we came in the senior level, then another impactful person was Mrs. Butler. Though she never taught me. You know, I was a science student, she was a history teacher. But her aura, the aura she carried when she walked through the campus, the way she used to drape her sari,
very
the way
graceful.
she's
Very
so graceful, so, I mean, wonderful human being. You know, after getting married also, when I was in Pune, last 12 years I was staying, I was regular in touch with her. Every birthday I used to wish her, give her a call. During on my birthday, she used to give me a call back. So when we lost her, that was a shocking point. When she was going through that phase. So she was one person. Then as a principal, you can say Mr. Mayor is one impactful person who made it, you know. He never acted as a principal in front of his students. The door used to be always open for him. He was so fond of teaching. Like anytime.
He's a maths teacher.
So Madhu, my best friend, you can say, both of us used to, like this is the hostel, you know. It was like a home for me also. Anytime I used to walk in the dormitory, anytime I used to go out, and then any problem, we should just see the corridor there, walk through the porch and go and ask him all the physics problem or chemistry problem, whatever problem was there. So he used to, then one question we used to go and ask him the doubt, he used to be explaining the entire topic. Get tired of standing there nearly.
You have great stamina.
Great stamina.
So as you spoke about your teachers, I also understand that you taught in stepping stones.
Yes.
So was all these teachers responsible for you taking up teaching as a profession?
See, teaching, I never thought I would become a teacher.
Okay.
Because being a sports person, I had a different thought process.
Okay.
So, but what happened once I did my graduation, I told you, Sachin Bajpai, who was the president of the school, owner of the school, and all. He just happened to see, I am finished with my graduation. Why don't you come and join my school? I require a teacher. For 15 days you teach.
Okay.
So I said, I was just, I was taken aback. I said, I don't have.
So what year are we talking about? Late 80s,
that was 87.
Okay.
87 I finished with my graduation.
Okay.
So I had just given my exams and I happened to meet him. He said, what are you doing? Oh, in the school campus only we met. So what are you doing? So I said, nothing. I just finished with my exams and all. He said, you come over to my school. So the 15 days, he said, you teach. Thereafter, we'll see whether you want to continue on. Then on July onwards, new academic session, he said, you have to continue. And thereafter, he said, I'm going to put you forward to Cambrian Hall. I'll push you towards Cambrian Hall. But we lost him during that time.
Yes.
So, unknowingly, you can say I continued teaching in Stepping Stone for 5 years, you know.
But you never thought sports teacher or sports coach?
Yeah, I had that initial thought, but then
Okay.
you know what happened in between. I got married,
Okay.
and then my daughter was born.
Okay.
And that thought process, actually, being an army man's wife, then you have to join him. That
Okay.
thing could not continue.
Yeah. You said army man. I believe your husband
He's
is also a
a
Cambrianite.
yes, he's an
Yes,
ex-Cambrianite
1970.
and 79 IC batch. Yes.
Lovely, lovely.
Lovely.
So I wanted to know from all three of you. You did touch upon the Lamat inter-school competition
Yes.
sector. Tell me a bit about 19. We're talking about now 1980s, mid 1980s, and early 90s. So, A, take us through how was the infrastructure as far as the school goes, and B, tell me about this inter-school, because I'm very intrigued to know about this inter-school, especially going out of a city to participate. All three of you.
See, in inter-school, like girls, we should really look forward. Lamartne is one, and one. I told you, alternate years they used to visit us.
Okay.
It is an annual visit.
Yeah, annual visit.
Annual
yes.
visit.
Later on, actually, boys' fixture was stopped.
Boys fixture
On
was
girls continue.
So we didn't get a chance to play.
We looked forward for this when we were growing up.
In class
But then
8
by
we
the time we
came a
came-
school team, but it
It was a massive show, you can say, you know, when the Lamartne used to come here, the entire school used to be buzzing with activities, you know.
So it was like what, days kind of a program? Or-
Yeah, 2,
It
3
was to be
days.
2 to
See,
3 days.
2 to 3
2 to 3
days.
days.
Boys, they used to have hockey, basketball,
Oh,
we used
not
to
just
have
one sport.
It's
No,
not one
the
sport.
entire
Multi
school,
sports.
yes.
including boxing.
Boxing.
Okay, and do we know why exactly Lamart? Any specific reason why that school connected?
I believe was because a lot of our teachers had a background. They came from Lamart.
Oh,
So they had that affiliation with that.
Like Mr. and Mrs. Tuck were from
There.
there.
Mr. Jordan was there.
from
Mr.
there.
Lawless was there.
Mr. Lawless.
Lawless was from
So
there.
that association continued for a long time.
Very long
But
time.
as you said, different sport. Used
This
and
was
so-
stopped when Mr. Single came or no? No.
No, before.
Earlier.
Before.
Earlier.
In my
Boys
class
ka to,
8.
It stopped quite earlier.
In class 8.
We had hockey also.
Hockey,
we had
Hockey,
basketball,
football,
boxing,
basketball, volleyball, boxing.
Yes.
boxing, volleyball
So it was
also.
like, and there would be a trophy.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
rolling trophy.
Trophy.
So it almost sounds
Tough
like
competition.
It was a rolling trophy.
It was a rolling trophy.
It was a rolling trophy.
Rolling trophy. Yeah. And then we used to have a grand social thereafter.
Social thereafter.
Both
Right
schools.
here.
And
Yes,
they
this
girls-
auditorium.
This
Yes.
auditorium and the
This
older one
auditorium came much later.
much later.
We used to
The
have
one
it there in the
behind
dining
the
hall area.
dining hall
that
area.
side.
So tell me about the infrastructure part. So sporting wise, what infrastructure are we talking about? And
The best infrastructure was basketball in Dehradun.
The first indoor
Courts and the first indoor court.
Indoor court in
First
Dehradun.
indoor court all over there.
wow.
We used to have
Camp.
all army tournaments here.
Here. Yes.
All
Major
you can say college
club-
tournaments.
club tournaments here.
Club tournaments here.
Every Sunday we had tournaments here.
All summer vacations, winter vacations. This area used to be buzzing with matches.
Matches.
Army championship used to be held here.
Yes.
And coaching wise, Sir and Mohinder Singh sir, both were there?
Both were there.
Both were there.
Mohinder Singh sir
Yes.
left what year?
60,
83.
80,
No,
class
after
8.
Mr. Meir
class.
came. He left
Class
after
80, 82.
82, 83. I believe 82.
82.
83 he left.
82.
Okay. So there was a tenure when both of them were there together.
Yeah, for a long time.
Many years
Yeah,
they spent
many years
together.
time together. Yeah. It's
Very
from
nice.
74 to I think
Okay.
73 to
82,
82.
82.
सबसे ज़्यादा दिन मैंने बिताए यहाँ.
Sir, we know that. 30 years, 3 decades. Okay. Let's talk a bit about fun, Ganesh sir. I've been speaking to a few of your classmates and got some information. There's some itching powder episode. Can you spill some beans about the itching powder? And you made all the girls rush to the dormitory.
It was not me. It was not me.
Ganesh was such a simple soul. Thorough gentleman.
But it was your class.
That is the classroom, right at the corner there.
Okay.
And somehow, after the assembly, about 15 minutes down the assembly, one by one, the entire class started itching, scratching the knees.
Entire class or girls in particular?
Girls in
Started with the
particular.
girls,
Girls
So
in particular.
front bench.
front bench, back bench.
Okay.
What it turned up was we being punished on the basketball court.
Acha.
That was the end result. And the mystery was solved just a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's not spill the beans now.
One of you actually did put itching some powder.
Not one of us.
Not all of us.
One of the classmates. Yes.
He's finally owned up after so many years.
After so many years.
And then we have come to know it is him who had this.
But for all these years, nobody, in fact, at that particular time when you got caught up.
No, nobody. Nobody owned up. We got punishment for a long time in basketball court behind. No one owned up. No one told anything. Everyone took the punishment. Whatever duration the punishment was.
Kamla, the best part was because what I remember was all for one and one for all.
Oh, yes.
That is a
That
sort of
was
an
a-
unwritten
Spirit we
motto
had of
of
That
school.
punishment of legs up, hands down was there.
The ones who were itching were also punished.
Acha.
The ones who were laughing were also punished. The entire class was punished. The boys and the girls too. There were girls murmuring and complaining because we are the ones who are scratching our back and we are being punished too.
So somebody actually put the powder on the chairs. And who was the one? Was he the one who gave you the punishment?
Must have
He
been
was
sir
there,
only.
yes.
मेरे पास तो डंडा होता था,
Yes, Mohinder Singh was there.
एक डंडा होता था, बैटेंट.
Ah.
मेरे पास आने पर वो ये so you had they wanted to beat.
Okay. So you got punishment from two teachers.
Two teachers there.
Wow.
Yes. And ended up scratching our body the entire day.
That episode, our batch will never forget.
There was a personal incident in way back in 87, 88. On a Sunday, Deep and a few friends were actually skating in this gallery. And this boy, a senior to us, Manoj Dayal, I believe he was your batchmate. Manoj Dayal.
He's in touch with me. Abhi.
He's still in touch with me.
He's in touch.
He pulled my leg here and I fell flat on my chin on a Sunday morning. I got a deep gash
So
here.
this is after you passed out.
No,
Oh, you're still in the school.
in class standard 3,
Oh. Okay.
77, 78.
Okay.
So the principal and some of our teachers had gone for church and we had Miss Joyce acting as the sister that day. She ended up giving me stitches. I still have those. When principal came back, Mr. Tuck, when he came back, right there, with that Innova standing, his official ambassador car used to be parked there. So Manoj Dayal was called there. I was called there. Manoj Dayal was asked to choose a walking stick from his numerous collection of Mr. Tuck's walking sticks. He chose a stick and he got a good thrashing by the same stick. Right there under the porch. And I still carry that mark on my chin. So, the best part was, Sachin, when we were in school, we were taught to stand up for one another. Not to lie, but to own up
Oh, no, yes.
and not to tattle or rat behind
Yes,
another's back.
tattling was just against it. Not to tattle.
So
You know,
that
as
motto was,
a teacher also till date, when I used to tell my students, do not tattle. Because that thing, a habit was instilled in us right from the beginning.
Right from
in
the
school
beginning.
days. Yes.
we all for one and one for all. That was sort of an unwritten motto.
Beautiful. So you happen to have your tenure because you had 3 decades of tenure. School mein aap itne 30 saal rahe. So you had you worked under 3 principals, right? Yeah. So how was their style of functioning different from each other? And was there anyone in specific जो sports के लिए who was very very keen with regard to sports or who put a lot of focus on sports?
इसमें तो मेरे विचार में तो इंटरेस्ट लेता था बहुत, क्या नाम से, मिस्टर टक. वो जो खुद अपने आप को तैयार होकर के ग्राउंड में हमसे पहले निकलता था.
अच्छा, ओके.
अब मुझे याद आता है, कर्नल फोनसेकर था सेंटर में.
ओके.
वो 2:30 बजे मैं ग्राउंड में होता था, 2:30 बजे वो पहुंचता था.
हाँ.
उसी तरीका से मिस्टर टक भी वही पोजीशन था उनका. बेकायदा गेम ड्रेस में आकर के हॉकी खेलना है तो हॉकी का ड्रेस और फुटबॉल खेलना है तो फुटबॉल का ड्रेस. और हम लोग एक दिन ऐसा हुआ यही ग्राउंड है।
हाँ
कर्नल शशि था उस टाइम पर,
हाँ हाँ
और मेरा साथ था असिस्टेंट मिस्टर क्या नाम सा महेंद्र सिंह नहीं था, वो जो हनेरी कैप्टन चड्डा,
हाँ
ठीक है ना,
हाँ।
वो आप जानते हैं, चड्डा का जानते हैं ना आप।
जूनियर स्कूल में थे हम।
हाँ, यही ग्राउंड में
हाँ
चड्डा था, और एक था क्या नाम सा पीटीआई क्या नाम से महेंद्र सिंह था, वो तो शेर ही था।
यस यस
मेरे टाइम में था वो,
जी जी
मैं तो उसका असिस्टेंट था
जी जी
उस टाइम में। काम मैं का वो बोलते हैं ना कि क्या नाम से, एक काम करेगा दूसरे का नाम मिलता है करके, है ना।
जी जी yes,
तो ऐसा था, सारे चीज मैं प्रबंध करता था, गेम्स में स्टडी डिस्प्ले वगैरह जो भी कुछ करना है, डील करना है, वो मैं तैयार करता था। वो सीनियर था, और कि क्या नाम से एज में वहाँ स्कूल में मैं था, यहाँ वो पहला आया था, वो सीनियर हो गया। यानी वो हर चीज में था, वो हर चीज में था। तो एक दिन क्या हो गया कि यही ग्राउंड में 2:30 बजे का टाइम था, दोपहर 2:30 बजे के टाइम में हॉकी का क्या नाम से ग्राउंड मार्किंग हो रहा था। तो मैं और पुष्कर को जानते हैं,
हाँ जी हाँ जी
पुष्कर मेरा असिस्टेंट जो काम करने वाला,
करेक्ट
वो और मैं काम कर रहे थे। वो चूना डाल रहा था,
हाँ
मैं दिशा बता रहा था कि इधर ये डालो, इधर ये डालो
ठीक,
कर करके।
सर प्रिंसिपल्स का बताइए, 3 अलग अलग प्रिंसिपल्स, हाउ वाज देयर डिफरेंट, अलग अलग कैसे थे स्टाइल ऑफ फंक्शनिंग?
बेटा इंटरेस्टिंग जो है वो जो बीच वाला क्या नाम था,
मिस्टर मेयर।
मिस्टर मेयर, वो बहुत इंटरेस्ट लेता था। ऐसे नहीं कि टॉक भी बहुत, वो मैंने बोला ना पहले तैयार होकर के ग्राउंड में पहुंचता था, ठीक है। जब प्रिंसिपल पहुंचे तो बाकी तो क्या रह गया था। इंटरेस्टिंग बहुत था, वो खेलता भी था, पार्ट लेता था, सब चीज, हॉकी खेलता था, क्या नाम से फुटबॉल बहुत बढ़िया खेलता था, ठीक है ना। बॉक्सिंग में आता था। मेरे को खुद शुरू में जब आया तो उन्होंने मेरे को एग्जामिनेशन लिया यही ग्राउंड में ही। जब मैं नया नया आया था, मुझे इंटरव्यू किया। उन्होंने सब मेरा जो लीडरशिप उन्होंने देख लिया, सब चीज देख लिया। तो वो खुद इंटरेस्ट वाला था।
मिस्टर तक खेलते थे साथ आके, हमारे साथ खेलते थे,
हमारे साथ
being a principal he used to play with us in the sports kit.
Okay.
बेकायदा
What any particular sport or everything?
तकरीबन
हर एक चीज में था,
हर चीज में खेलते थे।
Mr. May, I remember he used to be always there on the sports ground with the microphone.
वो ग्राउंड में पहुंचा
और हम लोग we used to say, why sir here on the ground in the microphone? Let others do the duty, na. But he used to be ahead of us, announcing everything. So that was a unique point in him. Where
We had a time, Sachin, when sir was there, we had other teachers who were house masters. They used to actually participate and play with us on the basketball court, on the hockey field. Sir used
house masters used to be always there on the ground, always on
play with us. Mr. Jordan actually could outsprint us, any of us, at any given time. Sir would actually run an 18-kilometer marathon with us. And we would be running 18 or 12. He'd be doing double that because he'd be running up and down, egging us on.
You know, sir used to make us run this red building. How many? 20 rounds we used to go up and down from one. This block.
When it used to rain,
when it used to rain,
they didn't leave us.
They didn't leave us.
We were supposed to climb these
climb up
stairs,
the
run
stairs,
around this
run
place.
around.
The entire 2 hours.
20 to
and
30
we used to not like
rounds.
that. It is better not to rain.
Sir would stand at one end, Mr. Mohinder Singh would stand at the other end, so that you don't hide on the stairs.
Yes. And it is not about 5-10 rounds, 20 to 30 rounds we used to be taking. We used to say, as though today it is raining, we'll be relaxed, we'll be given. But no, come on the red building. See, they've also got those memories. Even boys, girls, no one used to be spared. So that was a, but we used to enjoy also, no? Yeah, we used to enjoy.
एक दफा पता है, सब ये लड़की जो है ना, हमारे बॉर्डर के लड़की, आप भी बॉर्डर में तो नहीं थे?
नहीं सर,
अच्छा, बॉर्डर में नहीं। कहाँ ये जो है ना, रात को जब भाग करके जा करके पिक्चर हॉल में, अच्छा मेरा राउंड होता था 9, 9:30, 10 बजे तक हॉस्टल में होता था। मेरा मैसेज इनकी माँ बोलती थी कि आप वहीं ले जाओ, वहीं बेड ले जा कर वहीं सो जाओ। और बच्चे जो है हॉस्टल के लड़के, जो नेपाली लड़के, वो जो अजीगर नहीं होता ना, सांप, बड़ा सांप, वो ले करके पाल के रखता था। अब मुझे होता था मुसीबत, वो कहाँ रखता था, चिमनी नहीं होता, वहाँ छुपा करके रखते थे। अब मुझे गंदा आ गया। अब उल्टा उल्टा बॉर्डर नेपाली बॉयज सब नेपाली करते थे और इधर वाला नहीं करते थे। अब मुझे पता है उनकी आदत कैसा है क्या है। तो अब वो चिमनी के अंदर कौन चेक नहीं करता है। अब मुझे तो पता है कि इनकी क्या आदत है करके। मैं रोजाना हॉस्टल में चेक करना जाता था। हॉस्टल में 4 हॉस्टल था, चारों में जाता था, ABCD में। तो वहाँ जाता था, वो टोकरी में वो जो बड़ा सा अजगर सांप होता ना, ये वो
पाइथन
वो टोकरी में रखा हुआ, कहाँ चिमनी के साथ जहाँ आग जलाते हैं। अब मैं क्या करूँ, मैं इनको अब पकड़ते लिया मैंने। अब वो लड़के मेरे ख्याल में आपसे पहले बार
मेरे बाद के बैच है। हाँ, मैं पास आउट हो गया था
और बड़ा परेशान क्या करे अभी। लेकिन मैंने इन बच्चों को अगेंस्ट जो है प्रिंसिपल के पास कभी नहीं गया। जो भी कुछ मैंने दिया है एक्शन मैंने लिया, लेकिन इनके पास कभी नहीं ले लिया। ये मेरी गुण है। ये बच्चे अभी भी जो बात करते हैं, चाहे आप जितना भी डंडा मारो, हमको जो भी पौने दे दो, हम एग्री है, लेकिन हमको ऊपर मत ले जाओ। मेरा आदत नहीं था कि मैं चुगली मारूं। जैसे वहाँ आकर के DAV कॉलेज के लड़के आ गए, उन्होंने एक रतन क्या नाम था, पोखरा के रहने वाला था, उसको पिस्टल लेकर के 11 बजे का टाइम था, 11:15 बजे तक वो होता था, क्या बोलते हैं, ब्रेक होता था। सारे बच्चे जब घंटी बजती है तो ब्रेक के लिए आते हैं। और DAV कॉलेज से आ गए लड़के, वहाँ पर 5-6 जाने आ गया। अब वो जो गुरुंग है, कहाँ से आए थे गुरुंग, पोखरा को बाहर आए वो, तो उसको मारने के लिए पिस्टल लेकर के आया बेकायदा।
Sir would actually just not a sports master, but he was an overall thing.
Also, I think the child is
Yes. He would take everything upon himself. I mean, boys from outside or whatever, ruffians and others, he would take everything upon himself.
तो क्या किया उन्होंने, उस लड़के को फायर करने के लिए पिस्टल से ऐसा देख लिया मैंने, ऐसा कर रहा है, पॉइंट तो कर रहा है बाकायदा सर्विस पिस्टल से। मैं देख लिया, मैंने पीछे से आकर के पकड़ लिया, दोनों हाथ से ओवर से पकड़ लिया। पकड़ने के बाद उसने बोला कि क्या नाम था, आप जो है मुझे छोड़ दो। मैंने बोला ये क्या कर रहा है तुम। वो भर्ती का लड़का था, नेगी था, वो अगेंस्ट था, वो मेरे से डरता था, बाकी किसी से नहीं डरता था। नेगी डरता, भारती का लड़का है वो,
अमित नेगी।
हाँ अमित नेगी,
हाँ कुछ साल पहले।
हाँ
passed away last
तो उसने जो
में से 1 या 2 साल सीनियर।
तो मैंने उस लड़के को पकड़ लिया, पीछे से जाकर के पकड़ लिया, तो उसने पिस्टल जो है पास किया, दूसरे को पास किया। मैंने देख लिया, वो पिस्टल लेकर के उस तरफ की तरफ भाग गया। फिर मैं गया उसकी तरफ, फिर पकड़ लिया उसको। उसने मुझे बोला कि साहब आप आपकी जान क्यों दे रहे हो, ऐसे बोला। ठीक है, अगर तुमने मारना ही है किसी को तो मुझे मार दे। मैंने दोनों हाथ ऊपर कर दिया, तुम मार, मेरे पर गोली, सीने पर चला दी गोली। लेकिन इन बच्चों को, मुझे अभी याद है, बच्चे को यहाँ तक भी हो गया बेटा, ऐसा भी हो गया।
This is what you call actually not just a teacher, but someone who took care of as a guardian. Yes. We must mention that incident also, Kamla ji, when at the sports field, when sir was hit by a shot put.
Yeah, he was unconscious, na? 8 kg shot put was hit on his head. 8 kg shot put.
Actually, it was mistakenly
by mistake.
By mistaken by.
And the student who had done it, poor thing, the student was so guilty.
नाम था ऊंची क्या नाम था?
Jaya.
Jaya Tomar. She was tall, lanky.
Basketball player, another basketball player.
She
must have slipped from my hand. And
Well, it slipped from her hand.
it was just him and his physique that he recovered from that.
He got unconscious on the ground also. We had to immediately rush him to the
imagine
hospital.
a 8 kg
8
solid
kg shot
iron
put was solid.
and thrown.
Because he used to be
and you hit it.
constantly there on the pitch, not training us. I still remember he training me like for you can say high jump, okay, and the triple jump. Because daddy had a unique style of flying and doing the triple jump, which I could not pick up that style. So he tried his level best to teach me that, but I could not pick it up. We've still got a photograph of his also where, you know, he's doing his triple jump. That triple jump was his forte. So he tried to teach me that. So he used to be constantly there teaching all the students on the ground. That's where he got hit by a shot put. That was by mistake.
And his forte was the jump shot. Jump shots, basketball, jump shots. Basketball jump shots.
You said triple jump, high jump. I have something from the past. This is
Broad jump you must be having.
I'm saying
High jump I should not do it because I used to get scared of the bar.
So I'm talking about the year 1979, almost 44 years back. Sport was broad jump. You jumped 13 feet and set up a new school record in that category. And guess what? It's still unbroken.
And I can't still believe it is not broken.
44 years, it's still not broken.
Wow.
So,
I didn't know. I was not aware of it.
Okay, I've got the records from the school notes. So,
but what do I say?
Do you remember that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember distinctly. I remember that. That day when I had set up a record, it was, you can say, a lot of applause, you can say. But till date, I didn't know that record has not been broken. This is news for me. And I am absolutely overwhelmed, you can say. Surprising, 44 long years. Long years. That must have been a W division.
Yeah,
W
division.
division.
So you can guess how good you were. And are still. That nobody could break that record. Okay. Ganesh sir, because we spoke about both Mr. Mohinder Singh and D.B. Rana and sir. So tell us in terms of, because you had the privilege to have both of them, being coached by both of them. So how are they different or were they very similar? How are their style and functioning different? Both of them. So ma'am, tell us about this record that you set up 44 years and tell us once you had done the jump, what was the scene like? Because it was a record that you would have set up around that time.
Well, I still very vague memory because that time it was not very big as such. No? So I still remember my teachers who are there measuring and all that. They measure the jump and all. My dad was there, then other staff. I don't remember the teachers who were on duty exactly. And then everyone coming and congratulating, oh, you've set a record. So that time you don't remember, actually it doesn't register in your mind what exactly is a record, you know. So when you set a record. So I said, okay, I just took it normally because on those game feeds are normal for me when you've been playing around the year, around the thing.
And most of
the time,
you
all the games I've played throughout. Every year you've been playing and all. So I just took it
Sachin, I have this picture of Kamla and Deep with all these trophies and, you know, shields behind them. Kamla, Deep.
Photograph of
so all these
trophies.
championship.
Yep.
9 years.
9 years continuous.
So 9 years championship. I think we need to check records now. If somebody has
9 years championship. I still carry forward those championship in my house.
Awesome.
At my house. 9
So
years.
9 years championship that you had. And was it like consecutive years?
Consecutive, without a break.
Without a break.
Brilliant. Yeah. So Ganesh, I wanted to know from you about Mohinder Singh sir and sir, how are they different in terms of their coaching style, and or were they like
both coaches, but two different personalities, two different style of coaching. Sir, sitting here, an icon in himself, he had his own particular style. Mr. Mohinder Singh was a little loud. He had his own style of thinking.
And did you also had like discipline distributors, so he would do some particular sports and he would cater to, was it like that or was it common?
It was somewhat common,
Okay.
but then he had his own forte.
Okay.
Basketball, girls and gymnastics and boxing and other things.
Okay.
Mr. Mohinder Singh would be more into hockey.
Okay.
Hockey.
Yeah.
He was our NCC instructor as well. Okay.
He was more into NCC and hockey.
NCC and hockey and other things.
Daddy was more on the basketball front and track and field
Athletics,
events, you can
boxing,
say. Boxing and
boxing and all.
his forte was
Boxing,
all.
gymnastics.
I mean, he was all around everywhere. In all the sports events, he excelled.
He excelled.
Because
Track
during
events.
his time, so he was all over the field, you can say. Anyway, whether it is a track event, whether it is a field event, you can say, or the boxing event, or the basketball event, he was there throughout.
There's one difference. Actually, sir never raised his hands.
He never, I mean, he
Sir
never raised his
hands.
voice also.
Never raised his voice.
Never
While
raised his
Mr. Mohinder
voice.
Singh, if you were within his vicinity or circle, you'd get a type trap. The other thing was, they had this particular way of actually having the nylon string, which is attached to the whistle. It had knots.
Okay.
So, if you are within the vicinity and you're on the sports field, they would hit you with that nylon string. With strings, you know, whip across your calf, and it would sting like hell. It was worse than getting a slap across your face.
I'll tell you one incident I remember. We had won some basketball match, okay? At that time, Mr. Tuck was the principal, and we were so proud of the fact we won that tournament. And then what happened? All the girls went for 2 shows in the movie. No, La Matinee fixture was due, but we went morning show, then afternoon show. Continuously we went. We didn't come back. And then Mr. Mohinder Singh was in furious mood. We got a scolding here, right here, there near the porch. He assembled all the girls. May his soul rest in peace. You know what? Then he called. Michelle Tuck was also there. Okay. She got the first blowing because she was the captain that time. And then, you know, one favorite word you all remember?
Dalda.
Dalda.
Dalda ka dibba. Indira Gandhi ki beti. Indira Gandhi.
नहीं, एक और word, bloody. You
Bloody.
remember?
So what's Dalda? Okay, I need to know the Dalda story, please. So what's Dalda?
Dalda.
That was his favorite word.
That was his favorite word. He would call the Dalda any boy who was chubby, who did not participate in sports,
Okay.
obese. They called him Dalda. So Dalda, you remember, it is basically.
This was refined oil. Thing.
Yes.
The way he scolded us, how dare you go for two shows? We were all heads down, listening to whatever he was saying. We didn't.
And I
None of
believe
us uttered a
a
word.
couple of years ago, one of our seniors or classmate put a photograph of the tin, Dalda tin, on the school alumni and said, who remembers this? So everybody commented back, Mr. Mohinder Singh's favorite word. Sir had his own unique style of coaching.
He was a more quieter person.
Quieter person.
He was not
He-
loud enough.
He
Loud
would actually
and,
encourage you and coax you
encourage
to
and
do
all,
things.
coax you and all.
And he would do the same thing. If he thought you were not able to do, I was not able to do it, he would first do it himself
Okay.
and would make it look so easy for us.
Okay.
That was his fault.
Lead by example.
Yes, lead by example.
Any
ऐसा है
sports
ना
for
बता,
that matter.
ग्राउंड में
हाँ.
बच्चों को छोटे मोटे गलती होते ही रहता है.
Yes.
कोई ना कोई कुछ होता
जी,
रहता है.
जी.
अब जैसा मेरा काम है यही है डिसिप्लिन को देखना, चेक करना कहाँ क्या हो रहा है, कैसा हो रहा है ड्यूरिंग द ब्रेक टाइम. बच्चे जो है एंजॉय करते हैं, कभी बाहर जाते हैं, कभी किधर जाते हैं, लेकिन जो भी बच्चे करते हैं वो मैं अपने हाड़ के अंदर रखता था. मैं आगे जाकर रिपोर्ट नहीं करता था प्रिंसिपल को. कभी पिस्टल लेकर के आकर के मैंने बोला आपको, लेकिन वो चीज़ हमने रिपोर्ट नहीं दिया. मैंने अपने अभी हृदय में दबा करके रखा. इतना घटना होने के बाद भी मैंने कभी रिपोर्ट नहीं दिया, क्योंकि ये मेरे अंदर में आता है डिसिप्लिन सारे. मैं किस लिए हूँ?
सर आपको याद है
हाँ.
हमने 12th में जो है वी वन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट चैंपियनशिप.
अच्छा. Okay.
I have a photograph of that. This is the second one.
Okay. This one.
This one.
Okay.
We won the championship.
Okay.
This is the photograph taken at Mr. Melaram's studio while coming
wow.
back from this.
Okay.
Right?
पुराना.
We won the championship. We were so euphoric. He didn't leave us there. He made us participate in the men's section there and then on the same day. And we ended up defeating the BSF team.
Wow.
Initially, they thrashed us like hell.
Okay.
But after 15-20 minutes of time, then he gave us a break. he told us exactly how we should play, because they were all 6'4", 6'5", you know, and we were just toddlers, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, and they were in the 30s, professional players.
Yes.
ठीक है ना?
The speed and agility. We took them on. Stamina.
Then we took them on.
Remembering this tournament, remember? We were 11th. Kamla was in 12th. Girls also participated. Boys also won. Girls also won.
This is in DAV college.
DAV college.
This is in DAV college.
That year we won all the
tournaments.
And she got the best girls player award. My father got the best coach award, and I also got a best player awarded for the
that
boys.
Year was a very lucky year.
That was
us.
one sweep. One sweep we did. And
just imagine, you know, we as a school team beating the entire district, and on the same day beating the men's and the professional players.
Cambrian Hall's name was high on the rank, top list in Dehradun schools. Even we used to, Vellum was nothing in front of Cambrian Hall.
I remember his exact words. Kitna khush kyun ho rahe ho? Beat them also. You're capable. And we did it.
RMC was nowhere. They cheated, but in the district championship there was no way.
We used to jog down to RMC.
Acha.
Yeah.
Go to the campus, beat them, come back again.
So guys, we are almost coming towards the end, and I have last set of a few questions. So I think anybody can pick up, because it's a sports special that we are talking about. So tell us what sports played, what it has played a role in your life as you grew up. Anyone can take up, and especially because we were almost, the school was at its peak, especially in the sports. So anybody can pick up. How did sports help you in your?
For me, Sachin, it was discipline.
Discipline, yes.
Discipline, discipline, discipline. What beat Mr. Rana? Mr.
Main चीज तो वही है.
Because of the school and the sports activities, this is how our lives were shaped, you know. Like after because of the sports activity where you participate, you know, similar thing I was able to do in my college level also. Like you participated in the university level, you represented your state. That time it used to be UP, okay. So you represented, it was a very proud moment for me. I give credit to my dad. So I represented the UP state as a whole in basketball. Though we may not have become champion, or we may not have won the tournament as a UP state, but participating itself was a big thing for us that time. So that is how it has shaped you, you know, discipline, your punctuality, all the moral values, the ethics which you learn. I mean, these are the things that gives you, that shapes your life.
What you actually can, an overall growth.
Overall growth. It
not just bookish knowledge.
And, you know, to add to this, I passed out from school, joined NDA. You know, you are competing at a different level.
Correct.
You have cadets coming from military school, coming from RMC, Sainik school, and here we are going from public school, totally a public school, and you are competing with them straight away. So when I joined NDA, I joined a little late because I had a problem with the medicals. So I joined maybe a month late.
Okay.
So the basketball tournament was about to start, and when I reported there, same RMC batches whom we defeated in the tournaments.
His
they are already
reputation was
reported.
there. This reputation of being a basketball player in school was in the academy, carried on to the academy.
I just joined, tournament is about to start, practice is on, and I am nowhere because I have joined late. So I was told, take him. You don't know how he plays. You just take him, he is best among us. We are nowhere compared to him. Because we had played so much tournaments with RMC, cadets and all that. And I was straight inducted into the team. And this famous jump shot that dad has taught me, that jump shot was there. And there was a coach whom I didn't know, because what he was training me in the drill, PT, whatever. He saw me playing and he comes to me. He says, sir, आपकी जो probability of score है, it is 90%. 90% your probability, whenever you do a jump shot, it goes in. How do you do it? Because he was a tall chap, he could not do the jump, but I could do the jump. And it was, spontaneous. You're going on the, as soon as you D area you reach, you take a jump shot and shuck, it goes inside without touching the ring. That speciality I took from him.
That too from the left corner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mahavir Singh from the right corner.
Yeah.
Sir from the left
उसका
corner.
तो सेट शॉट बहुत
I was a center player, you know. So whenever we used to have the free throw, I used to be the one to select it part because he especially coached how to do that free throw. And which you literally play, it used to
You could
it used to
actually
invariably
hear the
go
net
inside.
go swish.
Swish.
It would not touch the ring.
And in
The net
India,
net,
I, excelled because of school.
School,
Because
yes.
of teaching in school.
Yes.
In India, you get award.
Yes.
So I got a blue in basketball. That is an achievement. That, whatever you have learned and whatever gymnastics that I have learned from school, I didn't have to do anything there. Because I knew everything. Imagine comparing yourself with military school or RMC or Sainik school, and I'm going from there and I'm proving to be better than them when it comes to doing all these tests. I'm doing basic tests, higher tests, and also going for a award test. That was a level. That was a level of physical training that we used
Yeah,
to get
we
in
really
school.
went.
Kamla,
I should always
believe
say
you would agree to
thank
this. What we had in school as sports, today's schools lack that.
Lack that, definitely.
And that is very essential that every school should have a sports infrastructure. But the inculcation of discipline on the field
That is very
as
important.
a team player
actually, as a team player.
should be nurtured.
Like from Coles, juniors, seniors, all three events we used to have inter-house. Now I don't know whether they have. or
We
not.
don't know what is going on now, but in our time,
But it was
sports
there.
was
It
the
was
main
there.
focus. Besides academics also we were equal. Teachers were very strict, but on the sports ground, it used to be sports totally. And the housemasters used to have so much of faith. on the
Housemaster used to be
students,
there,
There used to be
selecting
there used to be
teams for
there.
the house. Selecting teams
As
to
you
represent
mentioned
the
your
house.
incident, these incidents used to happen between our housemasters, Mr. Jordan and Mr.
yeah.
Shepherd, Mr. Gardner,
You know,
Mr.
after-
Lawless,
yeah.
fighting with
Yeah,
each
they used
other.
to fight with each
after
other.
any event, like particular house one, residential quarters, all the housemasters used to get in front of that area there. They used to have heated arguments. Heated argument.
That was the spirit.
Oh, that was the spirit of the
among
housemasters.
teachers.
Like anywhere we used to go, as a team we used to go, okay, like inter-school fixture, anywhere. Oh, so-and-so team is coming. So-and-so has to be, surrounded, like when we used to go, like on the basketball ground, so-and-so person has to be, cornered so that the so-and-so person cannot make basketball, score this thing and all.
We
That
as a
was to be the
school,
reputation we
the
carried
entire teaching staff would be behind the team.
behind the team.
We as school teams, class teams or house teams, pockets of teachers fighting with each other. Okay? This is how we were.
And I would also like to add one more point because I remember one point. Sanjeev Jog used to be a house captain.
House captain.
I must be in class 2 or 3.
2, 3.
When he was class 12 and he was the house captain of Edward's house. What we have auditorium, this was not there. There used to be a classroom. And the ground behind, we used to have boxing rings. And changeover was to be one of the classroom, left and right, blue corner, red corner. Just from millings level, I've gone to the competitive level, weight category wala tournaments. And first weight category, I had won the tournament. I remember Sanjeev Jog sir, my house captain. As soon as I came out of the ring, he picked me up
Yeah, put him on his
and
shoulder.
he ran with me to the changing room. And I keep telling, he's now in Navy. I can say, I know you won't remember, but I remember very well. Kehta, yeah, that was house captain. And when we used to be
look upon
boxing,
a house captain.
house boxing squad, we used to wear sweaters, 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, and house captain used to take you for a run. Weight reduction, fitting into the weight category, this to be done by the house captain. There was so much of spirit among the house captains.
Deep, I would add, it was an honor actually to wear the school colors.
Yeah.
And I think so, looking up to them, to our seniors who are house captains, we learned the same spirit. Like, as when we were given appointments, we inculcated all those habits, what we saw in them. So, I remember Sanjeev Jog. I was in Pune for last 12 years. He's still in Pune. only. So we used to interact, but we never met as such.
Pune.
Yes.
He says, whenever I'll come and meet you.
I mean, it was a matter of great
Imagine
pride
I
to
was a
actually
small boy.
wearing the school, colors, the T-shirts and
Wonderful, wonderful. So I had a lovely time, and I must thank each one of you for sparing time for this special sports podcast. Sir, thank you very much for joining in. I can say on behalf of all the Cambrianites who are going to watch this, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to have you on this podcast. It's called Being Cambrianite. We started 3 years back, and आपके कोई भी any thoughts of interaction, कुछ भी, anything that you think while seated here, anything that you want to say, आपका experience, whatever, while talking and remembering old times.
पहले मैंने बोला ना, धरती और आसमान की हो गया हमारी तरफ से, मेरे तरफ से धरती और आसमान की फ़र्क हो गया। पहले मेरे टाइम में तो ऐसा तो नहीं था, देखने में बहुत, कोई भी जो है ना आकर के देखेगा वो खुश होगा बहुत स्कूल में देख करके। तो मैं भी देख लिया, सब पूरा घूम लिया इधर, बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे, बहुत प्रोग्रेस।
स्टूडेंट्स देख रहे हैं, उनके लिए कोई मैसेज?
नहीं, स्टूडेंट तो ऐसा है बेटा कि वो डिसिप्लिन के ऊपर होता है, जो यहाँ इंचार्ज है, जैसा मैं इतना देर साल तक 31 साल तक मैंने इंचार्ज रहा, तो वो तो उन्हीं के ऊपर होता है। अगर वो थोड़ा सा स्ट्रांग है तो नेचुरल रास्ता बहुत अच्छा रास्ता मिलेगा। अगर थोड़ा सा वीक है तो फिर उसी तरीक़ा से चलेगा बेटा। वो तो डिसिप्लिन तो हाथ में होता है, जो जिसको ड्यूटी दे रखा हुआ है, एक्चुअली जिस काम के लिए जिसने ड्यूटी दिया है उनके ऊपर होता है। अब मैंने तो क्या कि मुझे तो ये बोला था, घर वाले इनकी मम्मी बोला था कि आप वहीं बिस्तर ले जा करके वहीं मेरी जो जितना भी मैंने जो ड्यूटी किया है यहाँ, 100 से भी ज़्यादा ड्यूटी मैंने किया है यहाँ पर, इसमें तो कोई शक नहीं। मैं अपने हृदय से बोलता हूँ।
He gave everything to the school, to the team, to the children, and we are witness. And I would add, Sachin, you've given me a lovely opportunity to be sitting with Sir, to them, and I believe we all agree to this, to the children now or the upcoming, one should play. One should play. Sports inculcates discipline, team spirit in you. Studies is important.
Leadership quality.
Yes,
many
absolutely.
things
मुझे तो
One should not avoid sports.
बच्चों ने इतना हेल्प करते थे ना मुझे, जो भी कुछ मुझे कमी है, मेरा कमी उन्होंने पूरा कर दिया। कई मिस्टर सिंगल आकर के ऑफिस में चेक करते थे, जैसे क्या नाम से हाउस मास्टर, हाउस कैप्टन जो होते थे, जैसे ये है वो है, दीप तो शायद उतना नहीं रहा यहाँ पर, जितना हाउस कैप्टन थे मेरे पास रहते थे, लड़कियाँ भी मेरे पास ऑफिस में रहते थे। वो मिस्टर सिंगल जो है ना, वो आते थे, चेक करते थे। मैंने बोला मैं अकेले नहीं, इतना स्कूल को मैं अकेले चलाने के लिए मेरी बस की बात नहीं है, मुझे तो हेल्प चाहिए। आज चाहे आप कुछ भी बोलो, तो मेरे साथ है, मेरी जिम्मेवारी है। आप आए, आपने सजेशन किया, यही रूम में हाउस मास्टर को, कैप्टन को बोला करके यही मुझे बहुत ही मदद मिला बच्चों से। जो कुछ मैंने सीखा है बच्चों से ही सीखा। बच्चे जो है वो मेरे जो भी कुछ मेरी कमी थी या नहीं था, वो बच्चे पूरा करते थे। मुझे बहुत ही मदद किया बच्चों ने इसमें। लेकिन मैंने भी बच्चों को अपने बच्चों से भी बढ़ करके उनको संभाल करके रखा मैंने। अगर मेरी एक भी कहीं भी अगर कोई खोट हो ना, किसी से भी पूछ सकते हैं। मैंने 21 साल सर्विस किया, 31 साल, 31 ईयर्स। अगर कोई मेरे में अगर कोई नक़्स हो तो मैं जो है ना, मेरी जो है ना वो सब उड़ा देता हूँ। यहाँ तो मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस है, जहाँ तक ख्याल है।
Okay. Colonel Deep, your thoughts about the experience today and any message for the Cambrianites watching?
Sachin, experience was wonderful, no doubt about it. It is great to sit amongst us, like we are sitting now in school. No, it is really can't be explained. I retired last year. I joined the committee. You know, I always wanted to be part of the school, and you're giving this opportunity to me. I never expected, of course. You're giving this. I would like to thank you very much. My message to the students are: do good, be good, to greater heights.
To great heights.
Thank you. Lovely, lovely.
To great heights.
Yeah. Ganesh Senior, any thoughts about the experience today and any message for the Cambrianites, not just the students watching, but the Cambrianites, our
Sachin,
alumni?
I drove from Gurgaon in the morning today
Yes,
to be here.
yes.
I'm so honored and thrilled, as I said before, to be back in the campus, in the school, which is in my blood. Okay. And as I said before, the children should actually give as much time to sports as they give to their books, which will inculcate discipline in them, team spirit. Having said that, I repeat it again, I'm so honored that you invited us. I'm beyond words to be sitting beside. Though I should have been standing here rather than sitting with him. Okay, but you've given us an opportunity to be with Sir, with Kamla and Deep all again. I'm reliving my 76, 77, 78, 79, 40 years ago. There are no words to say this. Thank you so much, Sachin. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, last thoughts from you?
For me also, it's a great honor sitting here, interacting with you, you know. And my message for the school is always rise to greater heights, follow the school motto. That's all.